welcome to the next episode. And this episode is about our attempted miscarriage. I feel like this was the toughest moment, the scariest moment in life I've ever had to go through. It was a lot to take in. It was a lot to understand. Like, it was a lot to figure out. I just couldn't think of what really happened and what caused it, but it was explained eventually. So I'm gonna just start from the beginning and basically how it started. And yeah, man, let me just get into it before I get too emotional. You know, the thought of losing your child is something else, basically. Okay, let me just stop overthinking this and just get into it, because this might be the shortest video. So it was a normal day. I was babysitting my sister, and eventually I get a text from Bay. He's like, he wants to come see us, and like, I was like, okay, cool, you can come through. So I tell my mom so that she's prepared to open the gate for him as a visitor, because at the gate you have to call by the stand number you're going to, and then the owner of the house, or whichever options are there to open the gate, just opens the gate. So for now, it's still my mom who has the privilege, the access of opening the gate only. So yeah, I call her and tell her that, okay, Bay is coming over. He just asked me if he could come over, and I said it's cool. So would you please stay with your phone so that when they call you at the gate, you're able to open, instead of like having to wait at the gate and you're unreachable and stuff like that. So she's like, okay, cool, I'll wait on the call. So he gets here, we chilling, and then I'm thinking, like, obviously he's a guest, so I pour him juice and then we just chill, and I ask him if he's hungry. Then he's like, yeah, sure. And I'm like, okay, what should we order? Like chicken, like galitos, or should we order pizza, like debonaise? Because those are the closest between the two. Like, those are the two closest restaurants to us. So he's like, okay, debonaise. Me being me, I want to try new things. Like, there was this five different meat pizza that just came in or was being advertised. I just ordered that. I didn't even ask him, which is bad manners. I didn't ask him which pizza he wanted. But knowing him, he would have just said, order what you like, because he's not sure of the flavors. But that's what usually happens when it's time to order. So, okay, I ordered that because I wanted to try it. I didn't know how it tasted. I didn't know how it was going to affect me. I didn't know what those five different meats were, and there are certain restrictions in pregnancy when it comes to processed meat and uncooked meat. So I wasn't sure what was happening in that pizza. I just ordered, and I got it delivered. When it came through, we ate. Turned out it had mustard, and he hates mustard. It was just a whole mess. It was a whole mess. he hates mustard. He's like, it has an aftertaste and it makes the food basically taste not nice. So I was like, okay, it's not bad for me. Like, it wasn't bad. In my opinion, it wasn't bad, but they could have done better. The mustard, yeah, it was overpowering and all of that. But okay, we're not here to talk about Debona's pizza, are we? Yeah, we're here to talk about what happened. So we eat fine, and then my mom calls me and tells me that okay, there are inspectors coming through to inspect the house because there was what should I call this, a storm that happened, and then the roof tiles went off, like at the edges of the roof, like the roof of the house. Yeah, it went off, and then they had to come and repair that. It was the insurance, basically the house insurance, and the inspectors that had to inspect the house to see if there were damages there on the house and stuff like that. It even damaged my mom's windscreen, because like the car windscreen, because the roof tiles, while there was the storm, they went off and some of them fell on my mom's car. So yeah, it affected it that way. So they came, and then after them I went to the bathroom. Okay, when I got there, obviously I went to go pee. When I wipe, I'm like, ha, why is there blood here? I let it slide. Like, okay, maybe it's just nothing serious. But then it clicks back into my mind, good Shemaine, this is not, you're no longer like a normal person who might be going through periods or something like that, like you're pregnant. It clicks back to me. I start pacing the house. I no longer sit. Like he didn't notice what was going on, or why I'm pacing around the house and I'm no longer sitting down. So eventually I go back to the bathroom. And then I wipe again without peeing this time. There's more blood. Panic comes. I start panicking. I'm like, okay, this is definitely not normal. I start panicking. Okay, here my sister comes again. Oh my god. I start panicking. I go back to the dining room, like the living room. I go back that side and I sit down. Firstly, I don't know how to tell him. Like, I don't know where to start or how to explain it to him. Or when I realized that I was spotting Langa. So I come back to the living room. I sit down and I'm just confused on how I'm going to start this conversation and how I'm going to explain everything to him. And I'm like, okay, babe, I'm bleeding. Then he's like, what do you mean? I'm like, I'm bleeding and I'm not sure if I'm spotting or it's a miscarriage. Then he's like, what's that supposed to mean? Like, what should we do? Like, what now? And I'm like, I don't know. I was so confused. Like, I didn't know how to react. Usually I'm someone who thinks on her feet, but at that moment I was thinking, okay, am I about to lose this child? Like, what is going on? What is causing all of this to happen? I started praying, like, Father Lord, protect my child, protect me. Like, I'm not ready to lose this child. I'm not ready to go through this emotional moment of being happy that I'm finally a mom, and then losing this child to something that I just do not understand. I really didn't understand what happened. I didn't understand what caused the bleeding all of a sudden, and then it clicked to me that I should call mom and explain everything to her. And then I told him, it's okay, I'm about to call mom and I'll hear from her on what we should do, because I don't know what to do at the moment. He's like, cool. This one is here with me. Okay, I go to my room. I call my mom. I tell her that I'm spotting. Then she's like, immediately, call your gynae. I try calling my gynae. He's not answering. Okay, boom. I remember to call the receptionist. Okay, I call her. Then she says, I must go straight to emergency. Do not eat my head, please. I must go straight to emergency and hospital. And we do that. We do that. We travel. Okay, fine. And then I inform my mom that they said we must go to emergency. And then boom. Yeah, boom. Fine. I tell. Then she's like, okay, start packing Langa's things and then come to town. You'll find me ready and we'll all go to the hospital. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. You distracted me. It's getting hot. Okay, cool. I tell my boyfriend. I packed Langa's things. We drive to town. Get to town. We get to my mom's workplace. I get to her. I tell her we go. We get to Mediclinic. Yo, COVID. There are things to do. Is one person allowed at once? Sorry. So my mom gets in with me first, and then my boyfriend waits outside. And then I explain everything to the nurses on what's going on. They check my blood pressure. And then I started panicking, honestly. Then my heart rate goes up. Then the nurse is like, please calm down. Why are you scared? I just couldn't calm down. I was just overthinking everything and stuff like that and what's going to happen. Then she's like, don't be scared. Everything's going to be fine. We'll go check you out on what's going on. Fine. They then get me on the bed. And then they told me the possible causes of this spotting and stuff like that. They told me that it could be an infection and all of that though. So they asked me to go pee in a cup. So I went to do that. They checked everything on that. They drew blood. They wanted to, I don't know what they were doing with the blood, honestly. They did the swab for COVID, and then I just had to chill there. They called my gynae. They told him that I'm in hospital. Then he told them that I must get admitted. And I was so annoyed because I didn't want to be in a hospital, you know. So they told me that I had bladder infection, and then they had to admit me so that they can monitor me and stuff like that. And that happened. I was 12 weeks pregnant, guys. Just when I thought I'm done with the critical trimester where you just have to be careful about everything, you know. So yeah, my mom and my sister decided to leave. Okay, they also did a sauna, and then they checked. Okay, there was no heartbeat and all of that, but then the sauna that they were using was just to check whether the baby is still in the womb or not. And luckily they found her there. She was still in there, and then everything was still fine and stuff like that. Then boom, I got admitted. So since I was being admitted, my mom had to go back home without me. My boyfriend also had to leave without me. So they had to travel back to my house to get me clothes, to get me my toiletries, and then get me food. My boyfriend had to go back with my mom, come back to my house, and then boom, I was admitted to a hospital. Yo, all those drips, I was just getting annoyed. I didn't want to be there. So okay, fine, my mom sent my boyfriend back with everything, like my clothes, toiletries, and then he told me when he came through, okay, he went to go buy me food and some things that I would need, like a drink, juice, a juice, like some juice, and then snacks. Was there snacks? Oh man, it was just liquid stuff, I think. Yeah, and food. So yeah man, there were snacks there. Yeah, I can't even remember properly. So yeah, he came through, dropped off everything, told me that he'll come see me tomorrow and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, cool, that is fine. Tomorrow comes. Oh, while I was there at emergency, I almost got traumatized, guys. Well, when you're in emergency, you see wild things. Someone came in with a hand cut, like the nurses were rushing to him, like the fingers. Was it the fingers or was it the hand? I didn't even want to look into it too much. Like they were rushing to him. There was blood all over the floor, blood coming out, just spraying all over. I was like, what? I just want to be out of here, honestly. So fine, they find me a room, they find me a bed, they take me there, I get admitted. The nurses at Mediclinic, guys, those nurses are so sweet, especially maternity ward. Yeah. Maternity ward, they are so sweet. Came in, took care of me, asking me if I'm in pain, and I wasn't in any pain, guys. I wasn't in any pain. There was nothing happening. After I got admitted, it was like nothing happened. The blood stopped. Everything was just back to normal. But I just had to stay there for the sake of staying there. So yeah, my doctor came in the next morning, told me that yeah, I had attempted like miscarriage because of a bladder infection, but it will give me like meds to take that will keep me safe. But I'm currently on bed rest until he was like forever. I was like, there's no way I'd stay in bed until I'm ready to give birth. I have to keep active. Once I feel like my body is fine and there's nothing else bad happening, then I'm up and I'm being active around the house, like cleaning, moving around. I'm not about to be a potato in bed. There's no way. So I do that. I go back home with meds and everything is just back to normal. And yeah, and then I had an appointment with my gynae, I think 2 weeks later, and he told me that everything is fine. My pelvis, bless you, my pelvis is long, so there is no sign of the uterus opening up to a point where it causes miscarriage. So I'm all good and cleared. I was like, great stuff. That's when I started enjoying my pregnancy, basically, because this gave me a huge scare, guys. This ain't no child's play, honestly. Yo, when you're getting all these scares and stuff like that. But you know what? That's it for now. I'll see you guys on the next video, because some people need my attention right now. So don't forget to like, share, don't forget to, why are you pulling my hair? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with your friends. See you guys on the next video. Bye. You guys won't believe this. So I got so hooked into telling the story to a point where I forgot that there's meat in the oven. It's not burnt, it's not too dry, but it's one side is dry. I hope my mom doesn't kill me, because oh my goodness. For you guys, I had to burn meat. I love meat, guys. And now, okay, it's not burnt, it's just dry and too grilled, you know. So, but what can we say?